Next type of questions. Listen carefully, do not write anything. First listen. 3 to 4 problems if you understand, you will solve any question in Surds and Indices which applies this particular model. Now listen carefully, sir. Yesterday also, in fact today morning also when I took the class, I told you this concept. I want to eliminate this square root. If I want to eliminate square root, I should have square. That means a plus b whole square will be of a tremendous useful for me. It will be a plus b whole square is a tremendous useful for me. That means a plus b whole square will give me square root of a plus b whole square will give me a plus b. So a plus b whole square, I am sure everyone knows, a square plus 2ab plus b square. A minus b whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Similarly, if I have a question on cube root for example, then I should have cube term, so that cube root and cube will cancel out. You will get a whole number and you will not have any particular surd in that particular case. So a plus b whole cube, it is a cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b, right? Plus 3ab into a plus b. I am sure that you know all these very important identities in algebra, and the very important thing, especially in square root. In square root, very important thing is a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square, which stands for a square plus or minus 2ab plus b square, right? Now see here, our question is basically on, our question will be basically in this type, whatever we are solving will be on finding the square root of a surd. Just keep on listening, sir. Do not write anything, just keep listening to this class. Now first I will give you a very important example or a note, then we will take it to the problems. Suppose for example, I have 2 plus root 3 whole square. This is similar to a plus b whole square. It is a square plus b square plus 2ab. It is 2 into root 3. If I simplify, this will be 4 plus 3 7. 7 plus 4 root 3, right? 7 plus 4 root 3. This is nothing but 7 plus 2 into 2 root 3, right? 7 plus 2 into 2 root 3. Can I say that this 7 is nothing but the sum of these two terms? And what are those two terms? Those two terms are nothing but a square plus b square, right? Those two terms are a square plus b square. Similarly, this 2 root 3, this 2 is nothing but this 2 itself, whatever is there in the a plus b whole square formula. This 2 root 3 is nothing but, this 2 root 3 is nothing but, can I say it as a square plus b square plus 2 ab. This 2 root 3 in this question is nothing but ab. That means, suppose if it is in general p plus 2 root q, if it is in general p plus 2 root q, this is something like that only, right? P plus 2 root q, I can say it as this p value will be nothing but a square plus b square, and this root q value will be nothing but ab value, right? Root q value will be nothing but ab value. Now see here, sir, this is from a plus b whole square we derived it. Now let us understand the reverse of it, right? Let us understand the reverse approach of it. Listen to the first few problems. Close to 10 questions we will solve continuously, and then we will understand whether it is clear for you or not, and then we will take it forward. Suppose your question is find the square root of, listen carefully, do not write initially. Find the square root of 4 plus 2 root 3, right? Find the square root of 4 plus 2 root 3. Now one question I will explain you in detail. If I write it in detail, forget about square root, we will take it in the last step. 4 plus 2 root 3 is what I have. This can be written as a square plus b square plus 2ab. That means in place of this 2, I have 2 in the question also. In place of ab, I have how much? Root 3. Root 3 into 1. Can I write it as root 3 into root 1 is nothing but a value and b value. So check it out here if you want. Root 3 whole square plus 1 square. This is 3 plus 1, 4 itself. That is what I have. Now, you need not write all these things in the examination. Simple, sir. Directly try to check it out and write very fast. 4 plus 2 root 3 is what I have. This 2 is something which is very, very important. If the 2 is not present, express it as 2 into something. Right? Express it as 2 into something. Now, this root 3, I can write it as 3 and 1, right? It is root 3 into root 1. Check it out. The sum of these two should give me this number. 3 plus 1 is nothing but 4. Yes, because it is satisfying. Write down this first term root 3. Write down this second term 1. If it is plus in between, write down plus and then square it. But I want to find the square root of this value. Square root of root 3 plus 1 whole square. Square root and square will get cancelled. Answer will be root 3 plus 1. Idea clear? Answer will be root 3 plus 1. Multiple problems we will keep solving in the next 5 minutes to understand it better. Answer will be root 3 plus 1. Second question. Second question. Square root of 13 minus 4 root 3. Square root of 13 minus 4 root 3. Same logic, sir. I don't want 4. I want 2 into something. So write down that 4 as 2 into 2 root 3. Right? 2 into 2 root 3. 2 into 2 root 3 will become 4 root 3. Now, this 2 is already present in our formula. Right? 2 is already present in our formula. Can I say that? Excuse me, sir. Can I say that if I put 2 into 2 root 3 is what I have. If I put it outside, then it becomes okay. Let me tell you like this so that it will be very, very clear for you. Right? Now see here, 13 minus 4 root 3 is what I have. This I can write it as square root of 13 minus 4. I want it as 2. Another 2 is present. That 2 if I take inside, it becomes square root of 4. Right? It becomes square root of 4. That 4 only is taken outside as 2. Right? 4 into 3 is how much? It is root 12. Now, same analogy I will implement. Can I say that this root 12 can be written as root 12 into root 1. 12 plus 1 is giving me the other number. So, directly I can tell root 12 and root 1. Because you have a negative sign in between, it is root 12 minus root 1 whole square. Under the square root it becomes root 12 minus root 1. Very, very fastly or very systematically you can answer the questions. Next one. Square root of 7 plus 4 root 3. Same logic, sir. This I can write it as 7 plus 4 is 2 into 2. This 2, whatever I am writing here, I will put it inside the square root so that it becomes 4 inside the square root, because square root of 4 is 2. So it becomes root 12 here. Right? It becomes root 12 here. Again same logic. Now root 12 can be written as root 12 into 1. Or it can also be written as root 4 into root 3, or it can also be written as root 6 into root 2. But check it out, which two terms when I add it I should get it 7. 4 plus 3 is only 7, 6 plus 2 is not 7. So that means this is the correct way of expression. That means write down this first term root 4, which is nothing but 2. Write down the second term root 3, and if it is plus here, write down plus. And then square it and then find the square root. Instead of every time writing the square root and square, you can directly stop at this point. 2 plus root 3 should be the answer. Listen carefully, sir. Your question is square root of 76 plus 10 root 3. Square root of 76 plus 10 root 3. Same logic I will implement once again. I don't want it to be as a 10. I want that 10 to be written as 2 into something. So 10 is nothing but 2 into 5 root 3. Right? It is 2 into 5 root 3. Now, can I again say that this 5 also, if I put it inside the square root of which number is 5? Square root of 25 is 5. So it is 76 plus 2 into root of 75, right? Root of 25 into 3 is root 75. Same logic again implement. 75 can be written in multiple ways. 25 into 3, 25 into 3, 15 into 5, many ways are there. But 75 can be written as 75 into 1. Why? Because 75 plus 1 is 76, which is what I have here. Directly I can write first term root 75, next term root 1. Because it is plus in between, it is plus. This should be the answer. If you want simplify this, 75 is 25 into 3, which is 5 root 3 plus 1. Answer should be this. Square root of 33 minus 4 root 35. Square root of 33 minus 4 root 35. Again same logic. 4 is nothing but 2 into 2. This 2 if I put inside the square root, it becomes 35 into 4, right? It becomes 35 into 4. That means this is nothing but square root of 33 minus 2 into root 140. Now root 140 you should express it in multiple ways. What are the ways of expressing root 140? Multiple. 1 into 140 is 140, but 1 plus 140 is not 33. It is 2 into 70, not possible. 4 into 35, 4 plus 35 is not 33. 5 into 28, yes, it is satisfying. 5 plus 28 is nothing but 33. That means, can I say that it is root 28 into root 5. So it is root 28 and root 5. Because it is minus, put down minus. This should be the answer. Straightforward answers you can get it, sir. But only thing is it requires a lot of practice. Idea clear, sir? Answer is root 28 minus root 5. Samir, your answer is incorrect, sir. 35 minus 2 is 33. But 35 into 2 is not 140, right? Next question. Square root of 139 minus 80 root 3. Square root of 139 minus 80 root 3. Same logic I will implement. I don't like 80. I want it to be written as 2 into something. So it is 2 into 40 root 3, right? 2 into 40 root 3. Now 40 you need to express it as multiple ways. 40 can be written as 4 into 10, 2 into 20, 1 into 40, but I will write it as 8 into 5. Why I am writing it as 8 into 5? Because if I take one term as 8 and the other term as 5 and root 3 combined together. So if I square it, 8 square is 64 and 5 root 3 whole square is 25 into 3, it is 75. 64 plus 75 is giving me the first term 139. That means A value is 8, B value is 5 root 3, or A value is 5 root 3, B value is 8. Because there is minus, write down minus. This should be the answer. Answer should be 5 root 3 minus 8. Pramod, what you need to understand here is, sir, let me write that question for you. Root 33 minus 4 root 35. Next step I got it as root 33 minus 2 root 140, right? Both are same. Now I have 140, Pramod. This 140 I should write it in multiple ways. Pramod, you wrote it as 8 and 25. Yes, 8 plus 25 is giving you 33, but root 8 into root 25 is not root 140. That also should be taken care of, sir. I believe that Pramod is clear. That is the reason you have deleted that message. Next question. Root 52 plus 30 root 3 plus 30 root 3. Same logic. I don't want 30. I want it to be 2 into something. 2 into 15 root 3. Right? 2 into 15 root 3. Again can I write it as 15? I will express it as 5 into 3. 5 into 3 root 3. Why did I do like this? 5 square is 25. 3 root 3 whole square is 27. 25 plus 27 is giving me this first term 52. That means A value is 5. B value is 3 root 3. 5 plus 3 root 3 whole square under the square root. That should be the final answer. You might also think, You might also think it as I will write a 15 as 3 into 5. First value is 3, second value is 5 root 3. Check it out. If I add these two, this is 9 plus 5 square is 25, 25 into 3 75. 9 plus 75, is it nothing but 52? No, it is not 52. Therefore, that is not the right representation. I hope the idea is clear for everyone. Now, whatever we have solved till now, everywhere this number was coming either as a 2 or it was coming as an even number. So you would have expressed that 2 into something. Now if it is not able to express it as 2 into something, suppose for example I have a question, root 38 plus 5 root 3. Root 38 plus 5 root 3. Now this 5 is there here, but I don't have 2 into something. Because I don't have 2 into something, I will make use of that number 2 into something. That means, can I write it as, I will multiply the entire numerator with 2. So, one problem I am writing step by step. 2 times of 38 plus 5 root 3. I will also divide by 2. Right? I will also divide by 2. Now, my question becomes, 1 by root 2 will be taken outside. Right? 1 by root 2 will be taken outside. 2 into 38 is 76. 2 into 5 is, okay, let me write it as 2 into 5 root 3 itself, right? 2 into 5 root 3 itself. Check it out, sir. Check it out if you want. Can I say that 2 into 5 root 3 is what I wrote here? Can I say 2 into A? A is nothing but 5 root 3. B is nothing but root 1. 5 root 3 if I square it. 5 root 3 square is, it is 75. Root 1 if I square it, I will get 1. 75 plus 1 is 76, which is what I have in the first term. So that means A value is 5 root 3, B value is 1. Because I have plus here, write down plus. Answer is 5 root 3 plus 1 with this 1 by root 2. So 1 by root 2 times of 5 root 3 plus 1 should be the final answer. If you do not have that 2 in the term in the question, multiply and divide by the 2 to make it as 2. I hope the idea should be very, very clear, sir. Suppose another question. Similar logic we will use it for this question. Square root of 26 plus 15 root 3. Now again this is an odd number. You cannot write it as 2 into something. But I know that I require 2 definitely. So make use of it. Multiply this entire thing by 2. Divide also by 2 under the root. Divide also by 2. That means that 1 by root 2 I will keep taking outside. So square root of 26 into 2 is 52. Right? 52. 15 into 2 is 30 root 3. Right? 15 into 2 is 30 root 3. In fact, I should actually write it as 30 as 2 into 15 root 3. Right, 2 into 15 root 3. Now, can I say that? Let me write the entire thing. This is square root of 52 plus 2 into 15 root 3. Outside it is 1 by root 2. Right, outside it is 1 by root 2. Now, think logically, sir. Try to express this 15 as product of coprimes, which is nothing but 5 into 3. Now, why did I write like this? Because if I take 5 into 3 and another thing is root 3, 5 square is 25. Root 3 root 3 whole square is 27. Right? It is 27. 25 plus 27 is nothing but my first number 52. So, I can definitely write this entire thing as 5 plus 3 root 3. 5 plus 3 root 3, but outside I have 1 by root 2. This should be my final answer. This should be the final answer. I am writing some steps for your understanding, which you actually can eliminate and write the answer very fast directly if you are practicing so many questions. I hope the idea is clear. Another question. Root of 2 plus root 3. Root of 2 plus root 3. Can I say it as this 2 I will multiply with 2. It becomes 4. Here I don't have 2. It is 2 root 3. And then divided by 2 also. Right? Divided by 2. That 1 by root 2 I will take it outside. Square root of 4 plus 2 root 3. Already 2 is present. So this is root 3 into root 1. Because 3 plus 1 is anyway nothing but 4 itself. So directly I can write root 3 plus root 1 whole square under the square root. That will cancel. So it is root 3 plus root 1 divided by root 2. Very good. Now see here, sir. These all have square root of some surds. Now same logic with questions which were given in examinations or that particular model. Square root of 5 plus 2 root 6 minus square root of 5 plus 2 root 6. This value I need to find. Take any one of them because both are same. 5 plus 2 root 6. Already 2 is present. Root 6 is root 3 into root 2 because 3 plus 2 is anyway 5. That means I can directly write it as root 3 plus root 2. Why plus? Because plus is there here also. Whole square under the square root will get cancelled. That means this term is root 3 plus root 2. Again, here it is. The second term is minus 1 by. This also is root 3 plus root 2. But this 1 by something is nothing but rationalizing terms, which we already discussed before solving these varieties of questions. So rationalize, multiply and divide. Don't multiply and divide by rationalizing terms and keep writing every step. 3 minus 2 is 1. Directly denominator is 1. Whatever is there in the numerator, this 1 multiply by the reverse sign of this. That means your final answer is root 3 plus root 2 minus of root 3 minus root 2 by 1. So this will become root 3 minus root 3 will cancel. Minus of minus will become plus. 2 root 2 should be the final answer. Very fast you can solve it, sir. My rationalizing concept what I thought before and this concept coupled with together, if you can solve it, it will be very fast solving the question. 2 root 2 should be the answer. We will keep taking multiple varieties until it should be something like a cakewalk for my students looking into that questions. Your question is square root of 11 plus 2 root 30 minus 1 by 11 plus 2 root 30. This value I require. I think it should be very fast, sir. You should be very fast is what I believe. Root 30 is, first of all this 2 is there, thanks for it. Root 30 is root 6 into root 5. 6 plus 5 is anyway 11 only. That means because there is plus here, I can directly write it as root 6 plus root 5. Right, I can directly write it as root 6 plus root 5. This is minus 1 by root 6 plus root 5. If I rationalize, 6 minus 5 is 1 in the denominator. Numerator will be root 6 minus root 5. Directly you will get the answer, sir. You will solve so fast and you will realize that you are super. You are extraordinary in solving these questions. 2 root 5 should be the answer. 2 root 5 should be the answer. Arvind, what is the doubt, sir? What about 2 root 6? Where are you talking about 2 root 6, Arvind? Arvind, this entire thing only is what I got it as like this, Arvind. That is what we explained from the last 20-25 minutes, right? This entire thing, 2 root 6 only I wrote it as 2 into root 3 into root 2. Root 6 only I wrote it as root 3 into root 2. So A is root 3, B is root 2. Root 3 whole square is 3. Root 2 whole square is 2. So it is A square plus B square is 3 plus 2, 5. Plus 2AB. 2 into A is root 3, root 2. So it is A plus B whole square under the square root. This is only what we discussed from half an hour, right, Arvind? Arvind, is it clear? From the last 10 questions, whatever I solved, that itself is nothing but this one. If 4 plus 3 root 3 divided by square root of 7 plus 4 root 3 is equal to A plus root B, find the value of B minus A. Very, very good question. Looking into the question, my students should not feel that it's a difficult question, but the students should feel that, wow, it's a very easy question. I'm lucky to get this question in the examination. Now see here, sir. First thing is, I don't want the square root of square root terms. First finish off that. Can I say that this 4 is 2 into 2? Correct, sir? This 4 is 2 into 2. Okay, let me write it for you if you are not that great in solving it very fast for first few minutes. This can be written as 7 plus 2 into 2 root 3, right? 2 into 2 root 3. This 2 is nothing but square root of 4, right? The 2 is nothing but square root of 4, right? That means that 2 I am replacing it as square root of 4, and 4 plus 3 is nothing but 7. That means directly I can write it as root 4 plus root 3, right? Root 4 plus root 3, root 4 is nothing but 2, it is 2 plus root 3. Now my question will reduce to 4 plus 3 root 3 divided by 2 plus root 3. But again the concept did not complete here. Why? Because I need to rationalize it. I need to rationalize. Can I say that this 2 is nothing but root 4. Root 4 and root 3 are present. Subtract 4 and 3. It is nothing but 1 in the denominator. It is nothing but 1. Numerator is 4 plus 3 root 3 is already present. Multiply with 2 minus root 3. And now you should simplify. Very easy. It is 4 into 2, 8 minus 4 root 3 plus 6 root 3 minus 3 into root 3 into root 3 is 3. 3 into 3 is 9. Denominator is anyway 1. So 9 minus 8 is minus 1 plus 2 root 3. They are comparing this value with 4 plus 3 root 3, right? They are comparing with this value with a plus root b, right? A plus root b. Now again observe carefully, the square root term should have coefficient of 1 as 1, but here it is 2. Bring this 2 inside the square root. If it goes inside the square root, it becomes 4. 4 into 3 is 12. My final answer is minus 1 plus root 12. This is nothing but a plus root b. A value is minus 1. B value is 12. B minus a value is 12 minus of minus 1, which is 13. Beautiful question, sir. A beautiful question which can be solved and which is implemented, wherein we are implementing rationalizing method and also the method of finding the square root, which we solved from the last half an hour of our class. Answer for this question is 13. A beautiful question which is given in one of the examination. I mean it. I'll prove it to you. Now see here, these are all very tricky looking questions, but actually not tricky questions. 1 by root of 11 minus 2 root 30 minus 3 by root of 7 minus 2 root 10 plus minus 4 by root of 8 plus 4 root 3. This value I require. Looking like a very difficult and a tricky question. If I take this denominator, already 2 is present, which I am happy for. This 30 is root 6 into root 5, and 6 plus 5 is also 11. Yes, directly I will get the first term as 1 divided by root 6 and root 5. Because I have negative sign in between, put a minus. This is my first term. Similarly, second term, if I take this denominator, already 2 is present, which I am again happy with. Root 10 can be written as root 5 into root 2, and 5 plus 2 is also 7, which I am again happy with. Directly you can write root 5 and root 2. Because there is a negative sign in between, put minus. Write down the numerator as it is. Write down the numerator as it is. Now in the third term, I do not have 2, but I have 4. This can be written as 2 into 2 into root 3, right? 2 into 2 into root 3. Now again think logically, sir. This 2 is nothing but root 4, right? This 2 is nothing but root 4. So 2 into root 4 into root 3, but root 4 plus root 3, that means 4 plus 3 is not 8, it is 7. If it is 7 here, I could have directly written like that, right? I could have directly written like that, but root 4 into root 3 is root 12, right? This is 2 root 12. Express root 12 as something into something else, so that when you add it, you should get 8. Can I write root 12 as root 2 into root 6? Yes, definitely, right? That means this value is 4 divided by this is nothing but root 6 and root 2. Because I have plus in between, I will put plus here also. Minus. Answer over, sir. This should be the very, very beautiful way you are solving. And I am also telling you that you need not rationalize and waste your time. 6 minus 5 is 1. Denominator is 1. Numerator is root 6 plus root 5. Minus 5 minus 2 is 3. That 3 will cancel with this 3. And the numerator term will be rationalized term. Root 5 plus root 2. Here 6 minus 2 is 4, that 4 will cancel with 4, and you are left with numerator root 6 minus root 2. When I simplify everything, can I say that 6 root 6 minus root 6 will cancel, root 5 minus root 5 will cancel, minus into minus is plus root 2 minus root 2 will cancel, everything is cancelled, you are left with 0. And it's a very beautiful question, sir. You think that it's a very difficult question, I will make my students think in future that it's a very easy question. We will solve so many difficult questions which are looking difficult but actually not difficult once you practice. And these are all very excellent questions, sir. Believe me, you will enjoy these questions. See here, sir, how easily, how beautifully we can solve. Question is 28 minus 10 root 3 whole to the power of 1 by 2 minus 7 plus 4 root 3 whole to the power of minus 1 by 2 plus root 7 divided by root 16 plus 6 root 7 minus root 16 minus 6 root 7. Again, I think that it is not a difficult question if you have practiced well. First answer, what should be the first term? Power 1 by 2 is nothing but square root. Now 10 is nothing but 2 into 5 root 3 and 2 into 5 root 3, and this 5 is nothing but square root of 25. 25 plus 3 is nothing but 28. Directly we can tell 5 and root 3 with a negative sign in between. First value is 5 minus root 3. Similarly, this is in the denominator. Minus 1 by 2 is nothing but 1 by square root of that particular term. That's okay. First to find the square root of that term. So it is minus 1 by. So it is 2 into root 3. That means 2 into 2. This particular 2 is square root of 4. Square root of 4 plus square root of 3 into square root of 3. In fact, 4 plus 3 is anyway 7. Directly you can tell this value also as. Directly you can tell that value also as 2 plus root 3. Right? 2 plus root 3 in the denominator. I believe that you are able to understand it, sir. Directly is what I want you to learn and write it very fast. So this is root 7 divided by root 16. So this is 6 root 7. Let me write it here. 6 root 7 can be written as, okay, 16 plus 6 root 7 can be written as 16 plus 2 into 3 into root 7. This 3 is nothing but root 9. Root 9 into root 7. 9 plus 7 is 16 itself. Directly you can write that value also as 3 plus root 7, and this next value also as 3 minus root 7, and this minus, if I remove the bracket whatever I want to write here, this finally becomes minus 3 plus root 7. Everything is already there in front of you, sir. What is the worry for you right now? I believe the idea is clear. I will remove this. Idea should be extremely clear, sir. It is very easy once you practice. First term remains the same as 5 minus root 3. First term remains the same as 5 minus root 3. Don't rationalize and waste your time. 2 and root 3. 2 is nothing but root 4. Root 4 and root 3. 4 minus 3 difference is 1. So denominator should be 1. Numerator is 2 minus root 3 with a negative sign. It is minus 2 plus root 3. Right? Minus 2 plus root 3. Here 3 and minus 3 will cancel. Root 7 plus root 7 is 2 root 7. That 7 root 7 will cancel. You will be left with 1 by 2. What else is there? This is cancelled. 5 minus 3 is 2. Sorry, 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 plus 1 by 2. Answer is 3 1 by 2. A beautiful question, sir. Why do you think that it is difficult looking into the question? Don't look into the question as if that is the biggest mistake or the biggest problem in your life. Every problem has a solution, and so beautifully we will solve all the questions. Answer is 3 1 by 2 or 7 by 2. Another question which can be solved very easily. Square root of 4 minus root 7 divided by square root of 8 plus 3 root 7 minus 2 root 2. This value I require, which is not a difficulty, which we will prove it in the next 2 minutes of time, which does not deserve 2 minutes, sir. I am taking 2 minutes because I am writing few steps for your understanding. Now listen carefully, sir. Can I say that I need 2ab term, but here 2 is not there. 2 is not there here. So what I will do is, I will multiply with the 2 in the numerator, I will divide by the 2 in the denominator. That means, can I write it as, if I multiply 2 here, it becomes square root of, let me write it, 4 into 2, 8, minus 2 root 7, right, minus 2 root 7. Similarly, if I divide by 2 in the denominator, this becomes, this, what will it become? Can I say it as, if I divide by 2, right, if I, in fact, if I divide by root 2, sir, right? Why? Because that 2, whatever I am multiplying is under the square root, right? It is under the square root. That means I am multiplying with root 2 and dividing with root 2. That means root 2 into a root 8 is, it is 16, right? It is 16. And next term is, it is 2 into 3 into root 7, right? 2 into 3 into root 7. This entire thing has square root once again, minus root 2 into root 2 will be 2. 2 into 2 will be equal to 4, right? That will be equal to 4. Now, this is what I will be getting when I multiply and divide by root 2. What are the terms which are remaining? Can I say that this is root 2, root 7 into root 1. 7 plus 1 is 8 itself, right, sir? So directly I can write it as root 7 and root 1. Because I have negative, put a negative, right? Put a negative. Similarly, in the denominator also, this entire thing, this is square, 3 is square root of 9. Square root of 9 into square root of 7. 9 plus 7 is anyway 16. So directly this can be written as 3 plus root 7 minus 4. I will write it as it is. What are the terms which are left out for simplification? Root 7 minus 1 in the numerator and root 7 minus 1 again in the denominator, which will cancel out to give me a beautiful number called as 1. Idea clear, right?